Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the place that takes stacks of sources, articles, reports, and boils them down into clear insights. Just for you.
Yep, cutting through the noise.
Exactly. And today, wow, we're diving into a huge sports story. The Oklahoma City Thunder, their first NBA championship ever.
Monumental is the word. Truly historic.
And on top of that, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, crowned Finals MVP. So our mission today, go past the headlines, really understand why this moment is, well, so significant.
Yeah, for the team, definitely for the city, and maybe even for the league, you know. We're going to connect the dots, individual brilliance, team success.
And how that long-term vision finally paid off.
Precisely. How it all culminated in this massive win, challenging some ideas about how you build a champion today.
Let's unpack that building part first.
Right.
Because like you said, this wasn't overnight, their first title. It wasn't a super team cobbled together.
Yeah, quite the opposite.
This feels like years of strategy development,
Yeah.
and then boom, a 68-14 regular season.
Mhm.
That alone is just dominant.
It really is. And what's so interesting, I think, is how it validates that whole rebuild to reign idea. It's proper organic growth.
Right, nurturing talent they drafted or traded for early on.
Exactly. Not just buying established stars. Think about the SGA trade itself back in 2019, then building around him with guys like Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey. Smart drafting, patience.
It's a counter-narrative, isn't it, to the usual super team talk?
Absolutely. It shows, patience and homegrown development can work. Maybe offers a blueprint for other teams, especially like smaller market teams.
That patience, yeah, clearly paid off. But you need that spark, right? That individual brilliance. And SGA, wow, he was the guy.
Undisputed leader.
Joined in 2019, and his rise has just been meteoric. Now, at only 26, Finals MVP. It's incredible.
And his stats, they just back it all up. The MVP criteria, it's not just points, it's stats, team success, overall impact.
Yeah.
He nailed all three.
Okay, break down those numbers for us.
So regular season, nearly 33 points a game, 32.7, over 6 assists. And the efficiency was key, almost 52% shooting from the field, nearly 90% from the line.
Wow.
And then the final game, the decider, 29 points, 5 boards, 12 assists. Clutch performance.
So it's not just numbers, it's when he put up those numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Elevating his game when it mattered most. That's MVP stuff.
Okay, so team success, individual brilliance. But what about the city? Oklahoma City, this has got to be huge for them, more than just a game.
Oh, absolutely. You could feel it. The reports, the sources we looked at, the anticipation for things like a parade, palpable.
Yeah.
Areas like Deep Deuce, Midtown Caramel, packed, packed with ecstatic fans, local businesses booming. It creates this real civic bond.
Transforms the whole city's mood, maybe even identity.
I think so. It turns all that individual fan excitement into this shared citywide joy. It leaves a mark. It's part of their history now, a unifying moment.
So this win, SGA's MVP, feels less like an ending and more like, well, a beginning.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
I mean, SGA is only 26. You mentioned Holmgren, Giddey, they're young too. Plus, the Thunder still have a ton of future draft picks, right?
Treasure trove, yeah. The setup is there for sustained success. So you start asking, is this a dynasty starting?
Too early to say dynasty maybe, but the potential.
The potential's undeniable. And look, SGA's resume already, NBA champ, Finals MVP, 2-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA, at 26.
Puts him in some elite company already.
Instantly. You start thinking about those legendary Game 7s, people say that's where legends are born. This feels like one of those moments.
MJ, Kobe, LeBron, who's next? That kind of conversation.
It definitely invites that question. And the way this whole thing unfolded helps kind of cement its place, its importance in NBA history.
It's an incredible story. Just a fantastic deep dive into this Thunder win and SGA's MVP, patience, growth, excellence, all there.
It really is. Which leads to a final thought maybe for you listening. As the Thunder and SGA step into this new era, this championship era, how will their story keep shaping that narrative of sustained excellence in the league?
Right. And maybe even more profoundly, what's the long-term impact going to be on Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
For generations. Something to think about.